Oh my gosh, there's an awful lot of you. There's a lot of you, isn't it? Hi, my name is Emily. Hey, nice to meet you all. Nice to see you all. From the front, I'm often mistaken for Victoria Wood. From the back, it's more, excuse me, sir. So I entered Pride's Got Talent because I was having a midlife crisis. Yeah, I know. It all started because 6 of my family members died. Yeah. It's the worst dinner party I've ever thrown. It's awful. Awful. I'm having an alternative midlife crisis because I don't know what a lesbian midlife crisis looks like. Not that I'm a lesbian, I'm just nosy and want to know what a lesbian midlife crisis looks like. No, I'm kidding. For those of you that haven't seen one of us in the wild before, I am a lesbian. Thank you. Thank you. My wife is also a lesbian, which is a bit of luck. Otherwise, that could have been an awkward conversation when I took the handcuffs off. I've had gayness for about 40 odd years. I did try a patch, just made me look like a lesbian pirate. So, I'm newish to the LGBT community. I did apply 30 years ago, but assumed you were oversubscribed with Boy George and Sandy Togsvig. I'm not a cool member of the LGBT community. For starters, I get the letters mixed up, and then they added P's and Q's, and now I find myself saying LGBT please and thank you. I do now know that the Q stands for questioning, which is nice. It's nice to include old people who are forever questioning. Things like, what time is it? When's dinner? Why is my son living with a man called Brian? Stuff like that. I've never been surrounded by so many gorgeous drag queens. They're gorgeous. I felt quite conflicted backstage, I'll be honest. This lovely young lady came up to me and asked if I could see the outline of her knob through her mini dress. That brought me back down to earth. Why is it drag queens never model themselves on middle-aged women? There is a whole world of elasticated waistbands to explore. The ladies have been very generous and given me some fantastic beauty tips. Save money on Botox, hairspray your face. Although please make sure you shut your eyes. There is a gentleman backstage, looks like he's had the shock of his life. Or perhaps he saw the outline of the knob through the mini dress. I'm not sure. As a mum, I try to stay healthy. I recently lost 8 stone. Thank you, thank you. I did find it all again under a pile of empty wine bottles. The trouble is I don't like exercise. I think it's bad for you. My father had one personal training session and his kidneys failed. Yeah. He had been drinking solidly for 40 years, but you can never be too careful. My wife's got us into midweek vegetarianism. Yeah, see? No meat, but I can eat as many vegetarians as I like. To be honest, I've had so much bread, I think I've given myself a yeast infection. It's not good for me. It's not good for me at all. I'm 43. Which, according to Psychology's magazine, means I'm at my sexual peak. Yep. If my sexual peak had low expectations and a subscription to Psychology's magazine. Realistically, at 43, your sexual peak is a walking holiday in the Peak District with a group of women all with dusty hoo-hoos. That's it. That's it. I've had a bit of a rough week. To be honest, it's been quite stressful, you know, with today. Last night, my wife caught me having an after 8, and it was only 6:30. Yeah. I also got told I'm lactose intolerant. Yeah, so it made that after 8 a bit of a daring decision. So yeah, lactose intolerant lesbian. I'm trying not to overreact. I've put a do not resuscitate order on myself. Well, what's the point? And do you know the worst thing? Do you know the worst thing, London? Do you? I've been trying to self-medicate using Haribo and wine. I have. At my lowest, I've been known to mug 4-year-olds for party bags. Only in Surrey do they put a bottle of Shiraz in a party bag. Do you know the other worst thing, London? The other worst thing. I'm a lactose intolerant lesbian. That just screams attention seeker, doesn't it? Like you can only pigeonhole yourself to things that begin with L. Yeah, thank God leprosy died out. Do you know, sometimes I look in the mirror and I think, God, you look bumsy. So I have a glass of wine. Then I think, oh, I am somebody's mum. So I have half a bottle of wine. At that point, I'm so smashed I can't remember where I've left the child. It's not good. I do try and be a good parent. I don't always get it right. My daughter came to me recently, grey-faced. She said, Mummy, I have something to tell you. She said, Mummy, I'm a heterosexual. She didn't say it like that, it just sounded foreign to me. I tried not to overreact. I cling filmed myself. I don't want to catch that. I then followed up by saying that stubble rash was the #1 killer in all heterosexuals and she needed to be careful. But gay men were obviously excluded because of the special Dolly Parton gene. I panicked. I completely panicked. I just hope she gets knocked up so I don't have to pay for a wedding. I've been Emily. This has been a dream come true. Have a phenomenal day. Love you, Pride!